Grab my measuring wheel for me. So we learned something first thing here this morning, and actually welcome back. We're going to be installing a water line today, hopefully for the farm store right there. You can see that's a little bit further along. There will be a complete farm store build video for you guys at some point in time, but apparently I learned that my truck's in a committed relationship. I never knew my truck had a wife. Did you know my truck had a wife?
I didn't, but I do now.
Yeah. The relationships these days are getting crazy. We do need some water here at the pumpkin patch, and I am not an expert in installing water lines. This is my first year or second water line that I've ever installed, but I do have a neon shirt on, so that makes me a construction worker, so we're pretty much safe to do whatever we need to do today.
Did you bring your hard hat?
I just got my head. That's pretty darn close. Colt's here helping me. The plan is I want to put 2 hydrants in. Right there is going to be the ticket booth, and I want to put a hydrant kind of behind the ticket booth, A, that we have water on that side of the building, and then B, because our pumpkins are not on mulch, essentially, the pumpkins can't have a little bit of dirt on them if it gets rainy or something like that. So I'm going to build a pumpkin washing station so you can wash off the pumpkins before you put them into their car. So that's going to go over there, and then we're going to put another one on this side of the building, just for 2 waterers. I was thinking about running one over there by that blue truck, but we'll leave that one alone for now. If I decide that I want one over there, we can install one next year. What we have for supplies is I've got 300-foot roll of 1 inch and 2 200-foot rolls of 1 inch. We do have a new pit down here, so we're going to be coming up the hill here. We'll find out where the 300-foot mark is. That should be pretty close to the building. I think the building's about 350 up the hill, and then we'll Y off, or actually technically tee off, and head that way, and then the last 100 would go up and around. I hope I have enough water line. I'm not 100% sure I have enough water line. If not, I can make another trip to town. It'll be like the 700th trip to town to complete this construction project, but I guess that's the way it goes when you're a rookie. A water line should be like in the neighborhood of like 10-15 inches underneath the ground, right? At least.
I think 12 is probably what they call for, but I think 15 would probably just to be safe.
Yeah. That way, if we get a good cold winter, it freezes.
Yeah, we want them to break. Yeah. We want to do this again.
Yeah. There's our new pit. Actually, Colt found my pit. They installed my water a week ago today. Bandit, get out of the ditch. Get up here. A week ago today, and the pit got covered up with dirt a little bit, and I drove up there. I'm like, why did they bore underneath the road and not actually put the pit in? But the pit's there. I think those white flags right there is where we stub in at, but I just start there. Like I said, there will be a whole video on the building build when the building is complete. It's gonna be a lot more picture stuff because there's been Amish that have been building on my building. So we'll just recap that. Electricity's coming in this week as soon as my electricity's done. And actually, as soon as my drainage is done, there's where the power is coming through. Coming off of that pole there behind us, I'm gonna be put on a pad mount transformer. Where are we at there?
187.
Oh, we're doing good. Realistically, this building wrap up is coming in close. It still looks like a mess, but I would equate it to the part of the puzzle where you still got some pieces to go, but you can see the actual picture now, and you know how to throw things back together. So we're right there. Hopefully 10 days to 2 weeks, this building is wrapped up. What do we got there?
300. Where are we going to do, like the orange bucket?
Yeah, orange, actually the corner.
111.
111. So we can just make it up here further. We can make that. So now let's take from that spot right there, and then we'll just come this way, somewhere right here.
Pretty far back. There's part of one of our circles.
That's for the big wiry one. I'm pretty sure this here was like the center of, see, that was the center of this one. So
you're basically at 100 again from
100 and 100.
Pretty well.
I did pretty good. Let's go see if we can dig.
like to know.
That way I could
Have an idea?
have an excavator here, and I'm like, I'll dig it the day you're there. Okay. And you can fall some more into the hole, and I'll.
Yeah, you just keep filling this hole up while we're trying to dig it out, and then one of these days we'll get it full.
Yep. Kind of what we're going for. You lift the lid and see where it's going. It's like right over here. See if you can find it for me. Yeah, so I believe regular meter. So there she is. So okay, let me know if we can. We're gonna start working on her here while we get just exposed the stub out. So all right, thanks.
So we, if you can see down in the hole here, we've got our stub found from our pit. So now we are en route to dig a 300-foot hole. 300 foot long, really. We're gonna go a little deeper than 12 inches like we discussed earlier, but that's just because I don't think Ben really knows what he's doing that much. Got ourselves a little checking stick here. So I throw this board down in there and it tells us if we're deep enough or not. Around here at Papa's Pumpkin Patch, that's what we call a beer. Pretty much perfect. We're getting pretty close with our trench here to our where we're gonna tee it. So the first 300 foot here is pretty well done. And it's getting a lot harder right here where we have made our driveway in and out of here. It's some slow digging, but shouldn't take long. We can wrap around this concrete right there in front of that truck. Probably tee it right about where that wheel's at. Stick another hydrant back in over here. So we're getting close. We'll be done. Hopefully by the time snow flies.
That'll work. It's gonna get another 4 inches of dirt on top of it anyways. Ew.
Purple.
Cleaner compound.
Purple. Make it look like Barney or something.
Thank goodness you put this all back together.
This has 1% battery. I thought this thing had a battery in it.
Ready?
Ready? What do we got?
That sounds like me on a Monday morning.
Yep, still does. Oh, we got water at Papo's Pumpkin Patch. Cool.
Well, we're hooked up. So we're gonna take the water line right there and go rolling it up the hill to the top. Some of you asked, where is this pumpkin patch at? The address is 22433 Centerville, Iowa. So we're now at the T intersection here. This one will go up to that corner. This one's going to the pumpkin wash bay over that way. So roll out this one. We get him, Tiger.
Thanks, Coach.
Oh yeah, time to put this hydrant in. So last connection we need to make.
Measure twice, cut once.
Cut once, measure twice.
Something, yeah.
Not too much flex though. Then you go down. So then I'm putting this tile on, and we'll put rock in these tile here to make sure the weep hole doesn't get blocked and ruin our hydrant. Now we'll go down the hill, kick on the pit, and then see if we got any leaks. I'm not sure if water will make it up the hill since we don't have a hydrant cracked open, but we'll go turn this on and then we'll go crack open a hydrant and see what comes up the hill.
So far, this is better than our last water line running that we've done.
Hey, don't you drink us. Be spraying, won't we?
Yeah, it ain't leaking.
We're okay there. Looks good there. Let's kick on the actual water. That's not a lot of water. Like I said, we're now basically just putting a little bit of rock on top of the weep hole, because the way those Iowa hydrants work, and the reason we buy Iowa hydrants, because if they're California hydrants, nothing would work. The Iowa hydrants, they're frost free. So what that means, so when it fills up with water to go out of there, there's a weep hole on the bottom that lets the water go back out of the main stem there so that it can't freeze. So that's why they're frost free hydrants and work good.
I thought if you watered the rocks, then maybe they grow and then I could be a gravel soak. On to the next one. I looked at it with my bad eye and my other bad eye, and it's crooked, that's for sure.
Well, if your eyes are both bad, if it looked good in either one of them, we're in trouble. So what Colt's doing is we're putting a caution tape down into the hole. That way if I dig down there and I start getting that, I know where the water line is, somewhat close to it, or you know, at least I know I'm in that vicinity of it to be more cautious, hence the caution tape. That's why we're doing that. I don't think you have to do that. I know that you don't have to do that, but we're doing it for my peace of mind, because you never know what else we're going to build here. So as you can see, the drone footage, it's done in there. We've got water now at the patch, all day project, but we got it done. So thanks for hanging out on a water line day, I guess. Next project here is electrical stuff, and then also drainage tile. See you guys in the next one.